So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I want to share my mistakes and my journey on how I got my Australian driver license. So it's here already. So this is a full license. So it's not a learner's license. It's not a P1, P2 license. It's a full license. I'm very happy about it. So I think I just want to let you all know that this will be a vlog about my actual driving test, not the DKT and everything. I will talk about what happened during my driving test. So I failed 3 times and I want to let you know all my mistakes, and I hope you can learn from this video. So I did my driving test in Rockdale. So I started learning how to drive here in Australia this September 2025, and then I took my first test around, I think it was the first week of October, and then I failed, and then I took the second one around the 4th week of October, and then I failed again. And then finally I took another test during the first week of November, and I've passed already. So during the first exam, I was very nervous. I was very nervous to the point that I don't even know how to operate the car. We have signal lights, right? So instead of pushing the signal lights up, I push the wipers up. So it was very funny experience because I was really panicking. I did not know how to turn the wipers off because I really want to turn the signal lights off. But that was my first mistake. I was panicking the whole time, and my teacher, who's Jolyn, has also seen that from above because she was watching me and the instructor to start the car, and then she said, like, Katrina, why did you turn the wipers on? And I said, because I was panicking already. So I learned from that time that during our practice driving test, I would ask her that can I start the car from 0 and end the car until I go out from the car, because that has been my problem, that it's not my car, so I'm not really used to operating it, and I'm not used to a hybrid car. So I was using a hybrid car for my test car, because back in the Philippines, I think the car is just very simple. We have the gears, we have the handbrakes and everything, but everything here in Australia, especially the test cars, are very new as well. It's not new for them, but for me, coming from the Philippines, it's very new. So the second mistake is that I keep on getting from my instructor is that I don't look left and right, but not on the pedestrians. I've done a very good job in the pedestrians. I always do my head checks left and right, but the thing that I always forget is when I'm the first car, I need to check left and right before I turn left, before I turn right. Because for me, when I want to turn left, even though I'm the first car, I would only look at my right, because of course the cars are coming from this side. But then the correct one is I have to look left and right when I'm the first car moving left and right. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the thing that you have to do when you are taking the test. And then the third mistake that I got was really my position. Even back in the Philippines, my position wasn't always right. I would always lean towards the right side, but here in Australia, I would always lean towards my left side. So it's very hard for me, even though there's line on the road, to keep my car in the middle. But I've got that idea from like one of my workmates, that he said that you have to base like two, I forgot the tip, but something like that they gave me tips on how to stay in the middle. But it's very easy when you have the line on the road, but if there's no line on the road, like when you're small roads, it's very hard to keep the 1 meter distance. So Jolly has also taught me on how to do that. Like, it's very hard to explain here, but you should see the half tire something, and it would help you keep your car in the middle. Because there was a time when I was about to turn right to the intersection, and I was very left. So when the bus was coming to me, I think my car is not over the lane to the left, but my side mirror was, so it wasn't very safe for the car passing, because that was the highway as well. So I always make sure that if you are going to stop, or if you're stopping somewhere, that make sure you're in the right lane, in the middle, even in small roads, because if there's a car approaching you, you have to make sure that you have that right distance left and right, that it would be free to pass. But if it cannot fit that, then make sure to just slow down, or at least stop if you really have to stop. The fourth mistake that I did was, I think I over the speed limit, because that was during the roadwork sign. I know that was roadwork, but I didn't know that the diamond with a truck sign is also part of the roadwork. So I was during those times when I saw the roadwork sign, it was 37, but then when I finished the roadwork sign, I speed up to 43, because I did not see any roadworks anymore. But I didn't know that the truck sign with the yellow diamond is still part of the roadwork. So that was an instant fail. So I was already approaching the test center, and then the examiner told me to slow down, and yes, that was an instant fail for my second try. And then the most confusing thing here in Australia that I kind of tried to learn already is that on green circle, you can turn left or right with caution. So it was very hard for me, because back in the Philippines, I'm used to having the right arrow or right green arrow or left green arrow. But here, yes, you also follow that if they have it. But when you have the green circle, you can turn left or right with caution. So during my first test, I already exit the test center, and I was turning to the left. It was a green circle, but it was also a green on the pedestrian lane, turning to the left. So that was an instant fail as well, because yes, I was right that I can turn left, but I failed to look left and right that there was a pedestrian crossing as well. So the examiner pressed on the brake, and he even said, "Are you gonna hit that woman?" I said, "Sorry, I won't." But that was an instant fail. But I still continued the whole test, but still that was an instant fail already. Next mistake that my instructor would always tell me is that when I turn right, sometimes I would take over the other side, so I really need to go straight and then stop and then turn right. I cannot just do a curve, because I would always hit the other lane. So that's kind of my practice that I try to do. And she also always tells me that every time I turn left, I kind of move my wheel back to the right, which is also wrong, because I need to signal left, do my head checks, and then turn left without moving my wheel to the right. And I think the other mistake, the seventh mistake that I normally want to do, because back in the Philippines, I'm really used to traffic, so I like going near the car as close as possible. So I always like to move bit by bit. But here during the exam, you cannot do that. Like when you are on a stop, like a full stop, you cannot lift your feet on the brake, because you are signaling the examiner that you want to give it a go, even though you just want to go near the car. So there was a time when my feet was already shaking so much, and I kind of released it a bit, but I think he didn't feel it, so I was very thankful for that. But for some examiners, that would also be an automatic fail, especially when there is a full red stop in front of you, because usually when there is a stop sign, you have to count 1001, 1002, 1003. You cannot just stop and then have like 1, 2, 3 and then go, because that will also lose some points for the whole test as well. There's really a lot of mistakes that I can talk about on and on and on and on, but you can just like message me if you want to know more about my experience about this driving test. But it was really a tough journey. Like during my first failed practical test, I was so down. Even my instructor was very sad, to the point that she said, "Katrina, do you want to have some coffee?" I said, "I'm all good. I'll just go around Hertzville and have my char siu pork." And because we had a deal that if I pass my exam, we would have yum cha together. And the second time again, I failed again because of that speed limit, which we have practiced so many times, and I never overspeed because I drive really slow, to be honest. But it was a blessing in disguise because the third one, it was the time when my parents were here and they were able to meet my parents, and I was very happy because I passed the exam with my parents. They got to see my parents, and we had to have good yamcha together in Hurstville with Jolin. So if you want to have a contact of a good instructor who's very patient as well, just let me know and I would be happy to connect you with her. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you have learned something from this experience, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.